Welcome back to Right Now Trending TV News. At this time, before we get started, we kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell for more videos in the future. Now let's get started. All right, according to Reality Blurb, the latest drama swirling around Real Housewives of New Jersey star Joe Gorga is hot. Now, if you're a fan of the show or just someone who enjoys the occasional reality TV scandal, this one's definitely for you. Picture this: Joe Gorga standing on stage at a comedy show, thinking he's about to deliver a zinger, but instead he ends up catching a wave of backlash that he probably didn't see coming. So what went down, and why are fans up in arms? Let's break it down. First off, let's set the scene. On August 17th, Joe Gorga took the stage at Harrah's Resort in Atlantic City. The crowd's buzzing, everyone's ready for some laughs, and Joe, being the bold character he is, decides to take a jab at the ladies on Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, we all know Joe isn't exactly known for being shy with his words, but this time he might have taken it too far. During his set, he made a joke that was supposed to be about the authenticity of the show's drama. He starts with, "Yes, unfortunately, it's all real," but then pivots to a list of what he claims isn't real, referencing things like their T's, their A's, their teeth, their cheeks, and so on, ending the punchline with a nod to Dolores. Ouch, right? So here's the thing. While Joe might have thought he was being funny, the reaction was anything but positive. Fans immediately took to social media to express their disgust. And honestly, can you blame them? In today's climate, where body positivity and respecting women are major talking points, Joe's comments feel not just outdated, but downright disrespectful. One user commented, "This is utterly disgusting. If he's saying this in public, imagine what he's saying in private." And that's a valid point. If this is what Joe thinks is okay to joke about on stage, what kind of conversations are happening behind closed doors? But it doesn't stop there. Another fan didn't hold back, saying, "How dare you use women that have provided you and your family a career? And you know what? That's something worth thinking about." The Real Housewives franchise, love it or hate it, has undeniably been a huge platform for Joe and Melissa Gorga. So, for Joe to stand up there and reduce these women, his co-stars and supposed friends, to the sum of their body parts, it's just not bad taste. It's biting the hand that feeds you. Now, speaking of friends, let's talk about Dolores. Dolores, as you might know, is pretty tight with the Gorgas. So why on earth would Joe think it's okay to make a joke at her expense? And not just any joke, but one that plays into some pretty harmful stereotypes. It makes you wonder, what's the dynamic really like behind the scenes? If my friend's husband made a comment like that about me, you can bet I'd be pissed. And apparently, a lot of fans feel the same way. One comment read, "This is your friend Dolores. I'd be pissed off if my friend's husband said that about me." The criticisms kept rolling in, with people calling Joe obsessed with talking about other women and labeling them as having zero class. Ooh, that's gotta sting. What is it with Joe Gorga and his need to constantly comment on women's appearances? Is it insecurity? An outdated sense of humor? Or maybe it's just a desperate attempt to stay relevant in the ever-changing world of reality TV. Whatever the reason, it's clear that fans are fed up. And let's not forget, Joe's not exactly been a stranger to controversy. He's been called out before for comments about his sister Teresa and other women on the show. So what's the deal? Why does Joe keep making these kinds of remarks? Is it just for shock value, or does he genuinely not see the problem? And if that's the case, should someone maybe pull him aside and have a little chat about the difference between humor and harassment? That would be a job for Melissa. Melissa, get your man. Now, I have to say, as someone who's watched this franchise unfold over the years, it's disappointing to see this side of Joe. Yes, he's always been a bit of a jokester, but there's a line between being funny and being offensive, and it seems like he's crossed it. Repeatedly, That is. And that brings us to another point. What does this mean for Joe's future on the show? New Jersey is known for being one of the franchises where the husbands play a big role, but with behavior like this, is Joe starting to wear out his welcome? It's also worth noting that some fans are starting to question whether Joe has much of a life outside of the housewives. One user quipped, "Does he have a life outside of the housewives?" Exactly. I swear all his jokes relate back to them. And it's true, Joe's comedy often seems to circle back to the show and his cast members. But if the reaction to this latest joke is anything to go by, maybe it's time for him to branch out and find some new material. After all, there's only so many times you can go to the same well before it runs dry. So what's the takeaway here? Well, for one, it's a reminder that even the world of reality TV, there are lines that shouldn't be crossed. Joe Gorga might be a fixture on New Jersey, but that doesn't give him a free pass to say whatever he wants, especially when it's at the expense of the women who've helped build the show into what it is today. And for fans, it's a chance to reflect on why we tune in to these shows in the first place. Is it for the drama, the humor, the over-the-top personalities, or is it to see people, real people, navigate the ups and downs of life just like the rest of us? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more updates on this ongoing saga, because I'm going to be bringing you some more. And I'll see you next time. Ciao.